We are on Highway 1. Famous Highway 1. Is it famous? I don't know. But it's the highway that runs from Cabo, San Lucas, all the way up to Tijuana. If you know anything about the Cabo 1000, I only just learned about this. But this is the journey, I'm pretty sure. So we're not going all the way to Tijuana. But we are going to the small town of Santiago to do some hiking today. I think we're going to Cañon de la Zorra, the Fox Canyon, and I think there's a waterfall. There's obviously you can see the canyon. I'm excited to explore the town. It's actually another location of one of the misiones, one of the missions here in Baja California. So I'm excited. Let's do some exploring. The town of Santiago is about an hour north of San Jose del Cabo along Highway 1. There's a clear sign for Santiago, and it's a left-hand turn into town if you're coming from San Jose. The town itself is pretty sleepy, but we wanted to check out one of the missions that's there. So we parked in the center of town and walked about 6 or 7 minutes down the road to the mission church. If you're not familiar with the mission trail, it runs all the way from Baja California Sur, through Baja California, and into the state of California in the USA. It's called the Camino Real, or King's Highway, and it was built between 1697 and 1768. I'll link below to some more detailed articles if you're interested in learning more. Once we saw the church, we headed back to the car and drove further west towards Rancho Sol de Mayo. This private ranch is home to Cañon de la Zorra, or Fox Canyon, and is the main reason we headed to Santiago for the day. The road isn't paved as you leave town, but it's still flat enough that a small rental car like ours had no problem driving. It's well signposted to Sol de Mayo and takes about 15 minutes to get to from Santiago. We just got to Sol de Mayo. The road's fine. With our little rental car, we didn't need four-wheel drive or anything, but it is not paved, so you just want to take it slow. But yeah, 150 pesos per person to come in, about $7.50. And there's a nicely paved trail, well, nicely groomed trail. And it goes to a waterfall, I believe, where we can go swimming. And there's some like hiking trails that we can head up to. So that's the plan, to see what's here. It's so beautiful. We've been looking at these mountains since we were in Todos Santos. Now we're finally amongst them. I'm excited to explore and show you guys what we see. The walk is relatively flat at first, and there's a compost toilet about halfway to the waterfall, so you can change into bathing suits and use the bathroom before or after you go down there. After the bathroom, the terrain is a little bit rockier, and you have to go down a lot of stairs to get to the pools. We wore trail sneakers and felt pretty comfortable with that, since there was a lot of rock scaling when we carried on hiking up the hill. I recommend some sturdy shoes, not just flip-flops or sandals, even if you've only come just to swim in the waterfalls. We crossed over the little rivery stream, and we're now trying to find a place to be in the shade a little bit before we take a dip, but there's absolutely no one around. We literally just walked a little bit further up than like the main area. You carry on the trail and you keep walking along the stream, and there's so many little like what look like little private beaches. Ooh, but I recommend keeping your shoes on because doing this barefoot is a challenge. Ooh, the wind. Something about climbing these rocks and frolicking through the water makes me feel like a kid. I love it so much. Oh, a good reminder to get out in the nature. After walking along some of the trails for a little while and swimming in the shallow streams above the waterfall, we walked down the stairs to the big pool at the base of the waterfall where you can swim in the deeper water. This has been so amazing. We're sunned out now, a bit hot, and ready to go get some more water, but it's a Friday, so it's pretty quiet. I'm sure on the weekends this place gets busy, but at the minute it's dead. There were like maybe 2 or 3 other families that we saw throughout the day, and it's so peaceful. It's so beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed exploring Santiago and this Cañon de la Zorra with us. Fox Canyon, it's absolutely incredible here. I highly recommend checking it out when you're here. It's so easy to get to by car, but there are also a few tour companies. Either way, I'll pin below the location of this area, Sol de Mayo, so that you can find it and map it on Google Maps. Super easy. If you enjoy finding out what's going on around Cabo and around Mexico, be sure to follow along on Instagram. I post there pretty much every single day about what we're getting up to, what we're eating, and I save all the stories to my highlights so you can check out all the places we've been in the last couple of years and all the things that we've eaten and spots like this that we've checked out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!